at the Plaza Inn. It's just the latest in a string of incidents at this motel. In fact, police say they've gotten hundreds of 911 calls from the motel in the past 18 months. We wanted to know what it will take for the city to step in. News 4's Bria Berry with new information.
The problem-plagued motel, Plaza Inn, is once again the center of a police investigation. In the past few days, there have been a police standoff, a shooting, and the most recent crime, a machete attack.
When officers arrived, they did locate a victim who had a cut on his arm.
Police tell us the suspect and his friend were fighting when the suspect pulled out a machete and sliced the victim. The injury was so bad, the victim had to receive multiple stitches.
Officer
Outside the road, westbound. Okay, 60 rail back on the right side of the road. Got the 54, 74, 85 miles an hour.
Handler for their department's therapy dog, Canine Officer Grizz. Shield, meanwhile, joined the Cameron Police Department last year after serving 6 years in the Army National Guard. Just a few hours ago, we did hear from people in law enforcement who knew these officers closely. Here's what they had to say about this tragedy.
Gas station. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Andy Sirota. An innocent bystander and 3 of the 5 suspects were hit by bullets, according to HPD. This happened around 8 o'clock last night at the Circle K Valero convenience store on the South Loop near Park Place. KPRC2's Corley Peel is live with new information about the suspects. Corley, good morning.
Andy, I spoke with HPD and they tell me that the people accused of robbing this store are all teen boys between the ages of 15 and 18 years old. And I spoke with employees who say that this is not the first time a robbery like this has happened here. Shattered glass on the front door of this Circle K shows the aftermath of a gunfight between a customer and a group of robbers. Police responded to the scene on South Loop around 8 o'clock Thursday night, right before Nicolas Casiso made it to work.
It's horrible, but there's not much we can do about it, aside from having a police officer on here 24/7.
Investigators say 5 teens showed up to the store in a car. 4 of them went inside the store and began demanding customers' belongings at gunpoint, according to police. At some point, a 22-year-old customer pulled out his gun and gunfire was exchanged. The customer made it out without a scratch. HPD says 3 of the accused robbers, ages 18, 17, and 15, were hit by bullets. A 46-year-old man inside the store was also struck by gunfire, but it's unclear who shot him.
Because a pizza was delivered to the wrong house. Fox 2's Jessica Dubnak joins us live with the rest of the story. We understand a person is in custody, Jessica.
That's right, 1 person in custody as of this evening. Now, we have reported some ridiculous, bizarre reasons, motives for shooting. This one absolutely tops the list. We're talking about a pizza delivered to the wrong address. Someone got so mad about this mistaken delivery, they reached for a gun and started firing into a group of people.
It was intense. It was intense.
Quincy Smith and his crew is Ceasefire Detroit on scene of a quadruple shooting on Detroit's west side Thursday night. 2 14-year-old boys of the victims.
We had parents showing up in tears, not knowing, if their child was safe.
Sources tell us preliminarily it all started when a group at one of the homes in the 13,500 block of Penrod near Schoolcraft ordered a pizza. It accidentally went to the neighbor's house. They apparently ate it, and when the folks that ordered it confronted them about it, yelling turned to gunfire between both groups, as many as 30 rounds fired. All victims are stable in the hospital as of Friday afternoon.
Motorcyclists have been shot along the I-45 North Freeway in 2 different locations.
At least 2 of those victims are dead, and investigators tell us some of them are members of a motorcycle gang. Now, there are 2 scenes here. The first shooting happened in Spring around 11 o'clock this morning. Then about an hour later, more gunfire, this time in Huntsville, 50 miles away. We want to send it over to Anayeli Ruiz. She's in Huntsville, walking us through this story now. Anayeli.
Guys, we actually just got here less than 30 minutes ago. That's because, if you can see behind me, I-45 North is completely shut off. As you can see, investigators are trying to piece together what exactly happened here. They're diverting traffic around the surrounding roads. But take a look. I want to show you guys the first shooting that happened up in Montgomery County. The constable's office tells us they got a call to 911 shortly after 11 a.m. this morning. A man on a motorcycle told them he had been shot. This happened on I-45 right off the feeder in Spring, Texas. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to survive.
The shooting at 37th and Villard. It happened around 3:30 this afternoon. Fox 6's Ashley Sears has been there on the scene since it happened and explains that police are still looking for the shooter as of tonight, Ash.
Yeah, investigators say a 34-year-old man and 23-year-old woman were found dead inside a vehicle. Police don't know who did it or why the 2 were targeted.
At 37th and Villard, heartache fills the streets. As loved ones learn 2 people died here minutes earlier.
We have an unknown age male patient of a medical cardiac arrest shooting victim. It was witnessed by bystanders at the gas station.
Milwaukee police were called to the scene around 3:30 in the afternoon, where they found a man and a woman shot to death inside a vehicle. The investigation centered around a gas station.
It was like boom, 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 boom.
Neighbors heard the loud gunfire and
What's described, Mr. Evans, was the epitome of dangerous to the community.
The man accused of stealing an off-duty police officer's SUV and leading police on a pursuit. And that is our big story tonight at 9, defining dangerous.
That's how a Milwaukee court commissioner describes the actions of that suspect who's accused of stealing a car, leading police on a pursuit, and also shooting at them. Sam Kramer's in the studio. And Sam, this suspect wasn't even supposed to have a gun.
That's right. Prosecutors say the SUV Kentrell Evans stole belonged to an off-duty police officer. His badge and gun were still inside, and prosecutors say that's likely the gun Evans used to shoot at them.
St. Wisconsin versus Kentrell Evans.
He's just 21 years old, but Kentrell Evans could spend the rest of his life in prison if he's convicted of 7 felonies, all tied to a Monday afternoon crime spree.
This involves a car that belonged to an off-duty police officer when it was stolen by the defendant out of the officer's driveway.
Police say